Sure is a long line in this Trader Joe's, right? Oh, yeah, I'm pretty busy, whatever.
Well, you know what? You might be interested in my podcast.
What? Oh, podcast.
I know, I'm so excited. Just launched.
Oh my gosh, no, this has never been touched on.
500 billion. There are too many fucking podcasts already. What you bring to the table is gonna be nothing new. Nothing new. It's already been said. It's already been done.
I've just got this unique perspective.
What are you, fucking narcissist? You think what you have to say has not been said by the other 520,000 billion fucking podcasts? There's too many. It'll be on all platforms, Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, and the free one doesn't have to be premium. And on YouTube, of course, you gotta get the visual. The podcast, it's like the trash island of the fucking Pacific or wherever. I forget if it's the Pacific or the Atlantic or whatever. It's about workouts in the medieval times, dodging the plague and keeping fit, right? Podcasts, we're just adding to that, right? It's like more words upon words upon words. You're cluttering the airways. I mean, I don't want to say that I'm funny because it's like, you should just be funny. You don't have to say it, but I think it's pretty funny and entertaining. Smog in LA, no, it's not the air pollution from the cars anymore. It's the fucking word vomit being spewed into the airways by all you goddamn podcasters. Fitness market is just saturated with information, but there's really not much about what they did in the medieval times, right? By all you goddamn podcasters, I'm gonna get a fucking black lung, emphysema. I'm gonna have to be breathing out one of those fucking little, little, some bread if we can, hoping not to get cigarette holes when I'm 87 years old because breathing in all your goddamn podcast fumes. They didn't just lose heads. Sometimes they lost a hand, and it's like, how do you do a dumbbell press with only one hand, right? Well, I am going to tell you how. As we've hit the goddamn podcast limit, we have hit the sky. There are two gods like, stop, the pearly gates, podcast people, stop. The words are getting up here. I want to be able to fucking tune out in heaven. It's called medieval fit. You hear that? Even God is telling you stop with the goddamn podcast. I did a super deep dive, research. There are too many. Hard Wikipedia. You bring a little fucking, look, I got my mic. Your microphone everywhere, and if you're out and about, you're like, oh my God, you need to bust out a fucking podcast episode. You can be aghast. Now I'm prepared, I'm fucking ready. And if you don't have your microphone, you're like, that's so right, because I got voice memos. Look, I don't extend that offer very often. It's an honor and it's a privilege. Talking to a little voice memo, you're walking down the goddamn street, be like, oh yeah, so thank you guys. I'm actually recording this podcast from my phone as I'm walking into Starbucks to get my latte. Because I am so unique and funny. I don't want to say it's like being knighted, but in the podcast world, it kind of is. Oh, should I get a cake pop? Because I'm living on the edge. I'm a living on the edge kind of podcast. And I know this is only audio, so you can't really see or taste this medieval fit podcast. Perfect, fun, fatty little cake pop. But you can imagine it's like we're having a conversation together. So it's like we're two best friends having a cake pop together. Medieval fit podcast. Because you're listening to my podcast. We're on Instagram. We are on Twitter. We are on Snapchat. We are on TikTok. Stop it. I don't want to follow your podcast. I don't want to listen to your podcast. I even do my mic and my little dances. I don't want to see your podcast. I never want to see you again. We are just standing in this fucking grocery store line at Trader Joe's and it happens to be backed up. You want to see the one like I just kind of like freestyle. Same way that I do my podcast, right, baby? The only reason we are together is because there's a backup in line. They should open up register number 12. Oh my God, it's just like meant to be. It's like, right? Serendipitous. I'm begging you to please just stop, subscribe, and rate. 5-star rating, let's not do a 1, come on. End it now, kill it, DOA, do not resuscitate. Dead on arrival. You promise you're gonna subscribe? I can't handle it. Please rate and subscribe. My ears can't. I hate to be that person, but it's like, if you're not constantly marketing and plugging yourself, my emphysema loss, then you're putting into all this work for nothing. I don't want to be breathing out of 5-star rating. Okay, great. I will burn in fucking hell before I leave you a review. Tap the 5-star. No. Well, I always love meeting listeners or future listeners, right? No, I'm not tapping nothing. I am one with my community. And that's what it is. I don't see it as followers. I see it as community members. All right. Oh, looks like you're up. Medieval fit. All right. Best of luck with the podcast. Medieval fit podcast. Oh, I know. I look forward to listening. I know and seeing. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye. I can help you to your car. I can load it into your car, and then you can follow me on your phone while I'm loading. And then I can see the alert to make sure you did it. I'm so excited. Let me just live my life. Medieval Fit Podcast.
Hey, oh my God, you thought this was just a funny video. Oh, that's so cute. Actually, no, it's a plug for my new podcast.
Running Through Hell, available on Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, wherever the fuck you can stream your podcasts, and of course on YouTube. I'll leave the links below, but you can search that, Running Through Hell. I'm a disaster. Ow.